Paris Olympics 2024 is going to be a grand spectacle because for the first time ever, you are not going to see a march of the nations through the Colosseum, through the stadium and all that. You are actually going to see something spectacular. And according to this illustration that has been put up on the Paris 2024 official website by Florian Hullieu, here you will see along the flotilla, along the river Seine, you're going to see a grand opening ceremony. It will begin with boats parading all of the nations that is going to be there, and you'll see all of the fans who are beside the river Seine to have a spectacular action. By night time, you're going to see an even grander display of laser lights, floodlights, and also artistic fireworks when you look at it. For the first time ever, there is going to be an opening ceremony held in the river. And every float that you look at it will carry the nations. Some nations that have just got one or two representatives, they will be sharing one boat in that sense. India have 117, and that is why by about 1 a.m. or 1:30 a.m. you could see the Indian contingent go through. So that is why it's going to be a spectacular show indeed that you've got. Now, you will all be wondering what is the route that is going to happen. So, it will begin from Austerlitz Bridge, it will cross the Place de la Bastille, you will also get to the Louvre Museum, also you can see it on the side at this point, the Pantheon you will cross, and then you will come to the Trocadero, that is the area where most of the major podium, the Olympic ceremonies happen in the backdrop of the Eiffel Tower. So you will potentially see Place de la Bastille, you will see the Colosseum, you will also see Ile de Notre Dame most likely, and then you're going to see Trocadero at this point. The Arc de Triomphe, you can see by the side that is there on the top left, that's where also you can see a grand view. So the Arc de Triomphe, the Eiffel Tower, and at the Trocadero, that is where you are going to see all of that. So this is the route that is going to be followed. It's a total of, you may say, 6.5 to 8 kilometers. But on that day, all traffic in central Paris might mostly be closed. You will only see this river march along the river Seine, and that is why it's going to be a spectacular thing. Now, what are the other details? There is going to be a flotilla that will carry close to 10,000 athletes. Various flotillas at this point. Cameras in every boat. So, the production team will cut to each and every camera with their close-ups and all. You will see some very, very viral reels of the teams that may go on their social media profiles. The event in India will start at 11 p.m. IST, which means 7:30 p.m. Paris time. There will be a total of 3,000 performers, and there is going to be 400 musicians also. That's the plan at this point when it comes to the Paris opening ceremony. Then if you look at it, who are going to be the top performers? The Olympics committee and all of the organizing committee have not yet officially spelled out who's going to be there. Celine Dion, Lady Gaga, they might be performing in that. Although it's Celine Dion, you know that she suffers from a rare disease called stiff person syndrome, and that's why she may not be performing. Lady Gaga was spotted in Paris. That is why you don't know whether she's going to perform. No official word yet from the organizing committee. Aya Nakamura of Rock and Blues, she's one of the sensations, French Mali's, if you look at it, origin. She has been a sensation at this point, and that's why Aya Nakamura, the one whose photo is right in, she could be one of the star performers in Paris at this point. Then, French President Emmanuel Macron will also be in attendance at this point, obviously because it is happening in France. He's the head of state, and that is why he will be there along with other Argentinian politicians. If you look at one of the Argentinian premiers is also going to be there along with a whole host of other political royalties that's there. So, it is a grand opening ceremony that's planned. 11 p.m. IST onwards, you will see all of that, and that is why one hopes that the Paris Olympics gets off to a spectacular start, discounting the fact that there have been a lot of other incidents that have not put the city in proper light. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.